Well, g'day. Funny old times, aren't they? We're all going to go into lockdown shortly. Our business is locked down at the moment. One of the reasons why I'm on the balcony is I want to be training outdoors and being able to sterilise equipment. I've just given all this equipment a good wipe down with our antibacterial wipes. But it's not going to be not far from now that not only will you not be able to go to your local gym, but possibly not be able to leave your property. So I want to show you a few ways to use external resistance of any description. So you might be at home and you might have a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a medicine ball. That's fantastic. G'day Ryan, good to see you. You might have your own home gym. That's awesome. But some of us just don't have that. With our online coaching service here at the moment, we are training people at home that don't have any equipment, and luckily, as good personal trainers and coaches, we can improvise and give them decent workouts working with different forms of stimulation, tempo training, holds, dynamic training, changing of direction, all that sort of stuff. But if you're at home and you don't have access to your coach, by all means, please get in contact with me as soon as possible. I'd love to help you out. But if you don't have access to a coach, but also don't have access to much equipment, I want to show you different ways to utilize different forms of resistance and still get a good workout, or a decent workout. Over the next 5 weeks, let's just accept that we're not going to break any world records. We're not going to get a huge amount of hypertrophy and that's muscle growth unless we've got access to a facility or lots of weight at home. We just want to keep our bodies moving, not only from a physical point of view, but from a mental point of view. Psychologically, being stuck inside, not being able to attend your gym, your studio, whatever it is, being able to get out and go for a run, it's gonna be tough on the mind. So it's really, really important that you stay as active as possible. And as Tony Robbins says, it's not about the resources that are available to you, it's about how resourceful you are. And this is a great time to really practice your resourcefulness. So look around the house, whatever you've got, whether it's putting a kid on your back, whatever it is, utilize any form of resistance or motivation, any space that you've got. You've just got to keep moving. Dedicate time every day to movement. I promise you, it'll make a huge difference at the end of this period. Who knows how long this is going to be, but it will make a big difference moving forward. Because if you get stuck on the lounge, if you get stuck with your head in your hands, and you're not making use of this extra time, Tony Robbins calls it no extra time. If you're not creating time for yourself, getting moving, working on developing yourself throughout this time, then we go backwards. If you're not learning, you're getting worse. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So let's focus on, over this next period, whatever it's going to be, begin with the end in mind. How do I want to be at the end of this period? How do I want to look at the end of this period? How do I want to feel at the end of this period? Who do I want to be? Because I heard a great quote from my good friend Jeff Jowett yesterday, and he said, all this personal development we've been doing, all this personal work, this is the time to use it. All the meditations we've been doing, and anything you've been doing to work on yourself, this is the time to be resourceful and use every tool that you've got. So today I want to show you a bit of a lower body push program with an upper body pull. Quite often when people have no equipment with them, getting some sort of scapular retraction work or shoulder horizontal adduction work is actually quite hard, because without a cable, without a dumbbell, without a seated row, without a TRX, people find it really hard to get that scapular retraction. So I'm going to show you today how to put some lower body push, upper body pull exercises together using whatever you've got available. Okay, so hang with me. I won't go too hard. I've got these earmuffs on. Hopefully the microphone is working well. It's the only reason why I've got it on. I can't hear anything outside, and I'm going to get quite sweaty in there, so I won't go too hard. I'm just going to show you some basic variations of different exercises working in different planes of motion using different forms of resistance. So here we go. We're going to start off with something pretty easy for me because I want to get warmed up. So at the moment, let's imagine you've got one kettlebell available. So I'm going to start off with a kettlebell goblet squat. So the kettlebell is now on my chest. My toes are pushed out. Now this kettlebell is 18 kilos, but let's say you've got a 6 kilo kettlebell, that's still fine. You just slow the tempo down if it's too easy. So I'm going to go through 10 kettlebell squats. Here we go. So down, I'm pushing up to the ceiling. Down, push up to the ceiling. There we go, 10 squats. Now let's say I want to get an upper body pull exercise on the back end of that lower body push, and I've still only got the one kettlebell available. Now, if that kettlebell is heavy, saying that if that kettlebell is too heavy to lift with one arm, I'll do a double arm row. So I grab my bell. Now, if I ever do a bent over row, I've got to really make sure I've got a tall spine. So a lot of the time I see people doing bent over rows and they're either flexed like this, or they're hyperextended like this, okay? So both of those positions are gonna cause damage long term. So we're gonna go through a nice hinge pattern here at the hip joint. So I'm hinging at my hips, backside going at the back. So as you can see now, I've got a tall spine. So from the back of my head to my tailbones, one straight line. I'm now gonna row through my shoulder blades. Row through my shoulder blades. 2, I wanna keep my ribs down. If I don't keep my ribs down, I flare. Ribs down, pulling through my shoulder blades. How good's a balcony workout? 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10. 2 exercises there, the goblet squat and the kettlebell bent over row. All right, let's go back into a goblet position, except this time I'll go into a goblet split squat, so a unilateral exercise. So going from bilateral, 2 legs, to single leg, unilateral. So I'm going to breathe in, push, 1, breathe in, push, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other leg forward. 1, I want to be going straight up and down. It's not a lunge, it's a split squat. 3, stabilizing my front knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. There's a split squat, so there's 3 exercises you can do. 1 kettlebell. So now, I've just done unilateral leg work. I'll do unilateral upper body work. So, a single arm row with a kettlebell. I'm going to go through my hinge pattern again. Tall spine. Tall spine. I'm going to put one arm into an object. It might be a bench, a seat. And I grab my bell with one arm. I'm now, keeping my spine tall, I'm going to pull through my shoulder blade. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Standing up. Back down we go. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, team, you now have 4 exercises. 2 bilateral and 2 unilateral exercises using 1 kettlebell. So keeping in mind, you can put that kettlebell, during those lower body exercises, you put the kettlebell anywhere you want, as long as you're holding on to that external resistance. All right, so let's imagine we've got 2 lighter kettlebells. Not enough to be a heavy lift. So that 18 kilo kettlebell on my chest, for me, was probably about 60% effort. So this is 2 pink kettlebells. For us, that's 8 kilos each. 16 kilos in total. I'm going to go to a rack position. Now, in this rack position, I'll keep my elbows in tight. I could do my squats with the rack position. I could do my split squats in the rack position. But I want to show you another movement. So I'm going to do some reverse lunges. So I'm standing here and I reverse lunge. Push up, 1, and swap sides. Reverse lunge, push up, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing 20 in total. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, when I did my bent over row before with a single kettlebell, I was in this position here. So I was fairly tight through here. As you can see, the elbows aren't really moving far from the body. If I want to get a bit more posterior shoulder, the posterior part of the shoulder, so the back of the shoulder, what I could do is grab my two bells. So these are lighter bells, remember. Probably wouldn't recommend doing it with too heavier bells unless you're up to it. I'm going to grab these two bells. I'm going to go through a hinge pattern. I'm going to go overhand grip, and I'm pulling through my shoulder blades from there. 1, as you can see, my elbows are out wider. 3, 4, if it's too easy, you can hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, there's 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, there's 7. 1, 2, 3, there's 8. 1, 2, 3, there's 9. 1, 2, 3, there's 10. Team, that was 6 exercises of lower body pull, lower body push, upper body pull. All right, what else have we got out here? Okay, let's grab this big bell. Let's say someone in your house has left some old dumbbells lying around. They've got a fair bit of weight about them. So, this one here is 27 kilos. Sometimes I do a goblet squat with that, but today I'm going to show you a sumo squat. So imagine I'm a sumo wrestler. I look like one. See here, toes out. I'm going to sit down on the bell. I'm going to take tension, and I'm going to drive up. 1, down, up, 2. It's a knee dominant exercise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. What else could I do with this particular dumbbell? I could do some rows with that, so I could do bent over rows like what I did with the kettlebell before. I could do single arm rows. Let's say I want to work a bit of bicep, another upper body pulling muscle. Let's give this a crack. I've never done this, so let's do this. Elbows in tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do a slow eccentric phase. Up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. All right, team. That is 8 exercises with kettlebells, 2 kettlebells, 1 dumbbell, whatever you want to call it. So let's start improvising a little bit here. Let's say you got nothing in the house. All right, what are we going to do? I'm sure everybody has a backpack at home, and I'm sure everybody has textbooks, or bricks, or water bottles, bags of flour, bags of sand, whatever you want to do, chuck them in your backpack. Now, a couple of options. You can wear it like a backpack, okay, and do lateral lunges, up, crossing sides, so lateral lunges there. As you can see, I've got weight on my back, okay. If you feel that the weight is pulling you into a poor position, stay tall and hold on to it in front. There, if you feel like it's hitting the ground, hold it from the sides, like that, with some weight in there. Holding on like that, and that, and that, okay? And as you can see, I'm now working in the frontal plane, so getting my body moving laterally. Really important in life, we not only move forwards and backwards, but we move laterally. So many times I see guys going to try to play touch footy, chase the kids, catch up to the kids and changing direction, and they tend to hurt themselves doing it. This here, you can also do a row, bilateral row. You can do a one-arm row, okay? You can do a one-arm row in a box. You can do anything with backpack. In fact, when I toured through Italy back in 2004, I remember doing a lot of work with my suitcase and my backpack. So give it a crack. It's a good way to train. Let's say you got, by the way, that was 10 exercises. That's 10 exercises of lower body push, upper body pull. What about if we've got something like this, like a chair? All you've got available. Easy. Bent over row. Okay? Bilateral row. Squat with it on your shoulder. Squat with it above your head. Or lunge with it above your head, I should say. Have it down by your side. You can do so much with anything you've got. Bicep curls. Okay? So heaps of stuff to do with that. Say you've got a box. I don't know if this is going to work. This box is a bit heavy, so excuse me. But if this, say you've got a box with handles, you know, you could do so much stuff with this box. You could be doing like rows, obviously with a box with handles, but doing so much with that. You'd be doing step ups. You could be holding it up and doing squats, loads of different things. So it's all sweaty. So the point of that video was to show you just to be resourceful. Even though we've got no equipment at home, we can still get away with using a lot of household items. But if you've got things like kettlebells and dumbbells, then that's fantastic. If I can help you with any programming during this next period, please just let me know. I'll chuck your name into our programming software, write you something, and keep you accountable. Have a great day. Any questions, fire away, and most importantly, be really kind to people, stay really safe and look after your family, and keep your health up. Keep moving and keep focusing on the end. Begin with the end in mind. Who knows where the end's going to be, but you just want to behave in alignment with your values. Thanks for watching and have a great day. See you.